Hey guys, and welcome back to yet another video. So today I want to share a few ideas with you on a potential cool game mode that I kind of came up with for Ghost Recon Wildlands. Obviously, I don't know if Ubisoft is gonna see this video. If they do, fantastic. Maybe we'll get it. Who the hell knows? And before I get started, I want to just let you know that I upload daily. So if you're into gaming videos at all, and if you enjoyed this video, then make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss an episode. So let me get started into this and share some ideas with you guys. So this is all just kind of like coming out of my head. None of this isn't confirmed or anything. I just thought it would be pretty cool to have something like this in the game. So I was thinking, how cool would it be for a Ghost Recon Wildlands survival mode? I know what you're gonna say. There's plenty of survival games out there, Vadact. Stop it right now, shut your mouth, and don't say anything else. And to that I say, yeah, there's a lot of survival games out there. But the thing is, with a lot of survival games, they all lack one thing for me. They lack an immersive world. One game that has done that very well, in my opinion, is The Last of Us. The world in that was absolutely beautiful. I just want a world that kind of like feels immersive and feels alive. Rust, for example, it's an amazing game. They are improving the world a lot by adding structures and everything, but it still lacks those like big cities or something like that. And by the way, I'm not bashing on Rust. Rust is like one of my favorite games of all time. Absolutely love that game to bits. So you might be asking yourself, Vadact, how the hell do you imagine this thing working? Wildlands was not designed to be a survival game. It's a good game, but it's not a survival game. Well, let me tell you something. I think personally, there's a lot of infrastructure that would support the survival aspect that I'm talking about in Ghost Recon Wildlands. I mean, you already have looting in the game. You have an amazing world, a huge world that you can explore, find new things. You've got weapon parts scattered throughout the entire place. You already have pickups. You've got looting, like I said. So it would be quite easy to change the looting from, for example, right now it's basically number based. When you pick up medical supplies, you get, let's say, plus 500 medical supplies for the rebels, and then you can unlock abilities and that sort of stuff. But imagine if they just switched that with, for example, a medic pack or something like that, or bandages if you're bleeding. Obviously, that's going very like in-depth into it, but the stuff is already there to support it. And also you got weapon pickups that are scattered throughout the world for you to be able to scavenge, because I would imagine you would spawn with nothing, kind of like you do in DayZ, Rust, all the other survival games. You just get dropped into the world randomly and you just gotta survive, you know? Another thing, obviously you gotta think about threats. I don't think zombies would be a good idea. I don't know, I'm personally kind of sick and tired of the idea of like zombies chasing around you. But for example, let's replace all the NPC, non-hostile NPCs, with either the Unidad forces or the cartel or even the rebels, but in this case the rebels would be working against you. So the story behind this thing would be, for example, all of those three factions are kind of fighting together for control over this region, and each of the factions controls like a city. So like each city in the game would be controlled by a different faction, and if you want to get supplies, you basically gotta go into the city, kill those guys, or maybe just sneak around. The stealth system is kind of already there for you to be able to sneak around and pick up supplies in the cities and get out of there before you get killed. Vehicles would be very limited access to them, so I would imagine this spawn rate of vehicles would have to be toned down a little bit. And also, if you find a vehicle, it would be lacking fuel or maybe parts. I don't know how the parts system would work exactly. That's kind of going in depth again, but maybe like I said, you already pick up like fuel barrels. You tag fuel barrels, fuel supplies in the game. So maybe instead of you tagging them, when you tag them, you get, for example, a gas can, you know, and you're able to then refill the car. But I wouldn't give you too much, because I don't want you to be like flying around helicopters and everything. It should feel rewarding once you get those vehicles, kind of like in old DayZ days. See what I did there? DayZ days. I'm sorry, that was a terrible joke. I apologize. Please don't leave this video. I want you to have that sense of satisfaction once you actually get the vehicles. And ammo, obviously you have like the ammo boxes scattered around. So I don't want you to have plenty of supplies to begin with. And I think it would be quite challenging as well. Another cool thing that I thought about would be the survival PvP mode. As many of you may know, Ubisoft did confirm that PvP is coming to Ghost Recon Wildlands, which I'm really excited for. It's looking very promising, and I can't wait for them to show off more of the PvP in the game. But imagine if they made a survival game mode where basically you are dropped into one of the sub-regions of Bolivia, and then basically you gotta be the last team standing. Obviously it would be 4v4, so there might not be as much action as you'd want, but what if there were also the NPCs? Like I said before, like each of the factions would control one of the major cities, the bases, or any of that sort of stuff, so you also gotta fight against them. You would spawn with nothing once again, so you gotta go house to house, trying to find supplies, trying to find weapons and all that sort of stuff, and then you would obviously try and eliminate the other team, as well as fighting the NPCs. So I think it really could turn into an interesting and exciting game mode, because I don't know about you guys, because right now I'm really addicted to Battlegrounds at the moment, because I like those sorts of games. So having something like that in Wildlands, I think would be pretty amazing. So the main reason why I kind of came up with this kind of video idea of talking about a potential survival mode in Ghost Recon Wildlands is the main thing that bugs me with survival games is the world. It doesn't feel very immersive, it doesn't feel very post-apocalyptic, so to speak, but Ubisoft, I gotta give it to them, they created an amazing world. The variety is there. I mean, you got jungles, you got forests, you got swamps, you got massive lakes, salt flats, deserts, mountains, snow, basically anything you can imagine they have in there. So I think it would be pretty cool to be immersed in that environment and trying to survive at the same time. But anyway, that is kind of all the ideas that I had for this. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, if that's possible, or if you think that's a stupid idea and I'm just talking out of my ass, which I completely could be. I just thought it was something pretty cool, so I wanted to share with you guys. But anyway, if you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like on this video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Check out Humble Bundle for some really good game deals. The link to that is in the description down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Hope you're gonna have a wonderful day, and join me tomorrow for another video. Take care and goodbye. Bye-bye.